Let's talk about boxing. So, 2007, you turned pro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump to some highlights, but the first thing I'd like to talk about is Oliver.
Sorry mate, 1 minute. Arch, get us my jacket there, mate. Freezing in here.
Quick wardrobe change.
Yeah.
Mind a bit of light behind you.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry mate.
Yeah, so let's talk about Oliver Harrison. So when you first time you go to Oliver's gym, or one of the first times, you get there and Jamie Moore's standing in the doorway, and he says, "What weight are you going to be fighting at?" You say, "Welterweight," and he laughs in your face.
Yeah, this was obviously the first.
And you got quite upset apparently.
Yeah. he was. We just got there, and I'd not signed them. I was looking at gyms, and I went up and went to Oliver's, and then Jamie come over. Jamie was obviously flying at that time, and I had a lot of respect for Jamie. He was, big fan of him, watching him before I met him and before I knew him. And he just come up and he said, "What weight are you going to be?" And he said, "Turning pro." Yeah. I said, "What weight are you going to be?" And he was like, "Oh, welter." And he just burst out laughing at that. I was like, "What's he laughing at? I'm going to do welter." But looking back, there was no way. Obviously, knowing now what I know, there was no way. But because I had won the ABAs at welterweight,
10 years prior.
Yeah, in 2004, and then that was at 69 kg, which was 10 stone 12.
Yep.
And then welterweight being 10 stone 7. Somewhere in my head, I thought that I was going to do that, even though it was a few years later.
A few years and about 4 or 5 stone heavier. Yeah.
But I thought welterweight, but then obviously when he laughed, he probably burst out laughing though, and I was like, what's he laughing at him? I am going to do it. But then when I got into training proper and really educating myself on my weights, not like I used to do as an amateur, properly as a professional looking after my body, I realised there was no way I was gonna do that. But first time I went Oliver's, first time I met him, knew straight away it was that was the place I wanted to be. Loved the place, loved him, still do. And I've got like a lot of good memories, a lot of good times there at Oliver's.
Yeah, and obviously, he had a huge influence on your career as a professional and your life.
Yeah, he did. He's can't talk about him.
Yeah,
we're getting upset.
Yeah, of course. You're right, mate. Don't worry.
Can't talk. I'll fucking cry.
Yeah, don't worry, mate. That's fine. Obviously, it's all very recent still with Oliver passing and everything. So
it is. I think about him every day.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard. I still can't believe he's gone.
Yeah.
Love him. Everything he did for me.
I don't think you need to really say anything about what he did for you. You can tell how much of an impact he had on you from just saying nothing.
It's a loss I'll never get over, to be honest with you, but
yeah. Top man, you're right. I heard a pretty funny story about when you and Jamie used to spar, and there was one time where you were training real hard, had a real tough spar, and then you decided you'd do some sprints afterwards. Do you remember?
He did.
He did.
I didn't
get involved in that.
I didn't come up with that. We had, what I'll use say, like, we used obviously do set sparring days of Friday, and then we'd have like proper spars then. So spars were, the gym was shut. There was only like, this time there was only me and Jamie and Oliver. So if anything happened in the sparring, it wouldn't get out. Do you know what I mean? So it was one of them where you were proper going at it. And it was like a fight, just with 16-ounce gloves on and a neck guard. And I had this spar, me and Jamie, and honestly, I had some wars with him, and I learnt a lot off Jamie. I've got Oliver to thank a lot for. I've got Jamie as well, not just now what he's doing for me now, but before, learning off him in the spars. And we had some proper wars where there was hard spars, like harder than fights.
Yeah.
and they were tough times. But I come through him and I learnt a lot of him. And this one day he was, I forget which fight he was training for, and he wanted to do these rounds and then do these sprints that Oliver used to have in his old gym, and he had a big sports hall in it.
Yeah.
So we used to do these shuttle sprints.
Yeah.
And they're the worst sprints I've ever done. Oh, they was hard. Honestly, they were proper graft. And Jamie, having a bright idea, he was just like, let's spar, and then after spar we'll do these sprints. And we proper went at it, like punched doors in each other. And then straight away you've got your minutes rest, bang, you get all your stuff if you're starting your sprints. So it's quick, like it's a quick time. You've not got like an hour's rest, or you've got just till your stuff's off. And we were still blowing when we was about to start round. Just your fucking idea this. And then we did, I think I only did one. And I think Jamie soldiered a few out, like he could train. Jamie's proper fit. But yeah, it was, there was hard times, but I remember when I used to go to gym, and I used to go to gym and getting butterflies, because you didn't know what was happening. You didn't know who you sparring, you knew it was going to be hard. And I don't know if it's because I don't know if kids do it now in the gyms, these young pros who are starting out, I don't know if they do it. Or other fights, I don't know if I've just got used to it. Do you know what I mean? But it was, they were good times.
Yeah.
Good times, yeah. And they helped make me, obviously, with Oliver, with Jamie, into the fighter. And a lot of it, like the person I am today.
Yeah. We talked about your 4 stints in prison, and now let's talk about your 4 world title fights.
Right.
So a quick highlight from each of those. So if we think about the Sturm fight, firstly, they talk about how, that was the first trip for your fan base, the Barmy Army.
Yeah.
And some of them had never used a passport before.
No, I did not. Which it seems a bit mad, but it was true.
Yeah.
Some of them might apply for the passport for Germany and support me. But yeah, I've always had amazing support. They followed me everywhere. And we obviously got this fight against Sturm. And they was obviously up for coming. They won't bother what it cost, which for some people it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've not got that money, but no matter what, they were getting it and they were coming. So some of them, like I said, they had to apply for the passports and get it, and then so that'd have been first time on a plane.
Yeah.
But the support, I took amazing support over there, and it was a proper trip. Yeah. It was they all loved it, and I mean that fight was good times. We had a top camp for it, me and Oliver. Everything about it went really well.
Except for the decision making.
Oh yeah, obviously.
We know about all that, so I don't want to get into that stuff.
Yeah.
But we know,
it was good times, and it was kind of like, it was inspirational to me, because I was obviously fighting this world champion who was like, he was like a
legit.
Superstar.
Yeah.
And a legit fighter. He was like a superstar in Germany, and it kind of gave me the first taste of what it potentially like to be a world champion. So it was inspirational to me, in a place where I, really wanted to get to.
Yeah. And so I've got your second gift here.
Yeah.
I have for you a Boca Juniors t-shirt. There you go, that's for you.
Cheers.
Should I
My
open it
team's Velas though.
Huh?
My team's Velas.
Well, I know, but I wanted to talk about the time you had out for the Martinez fight.
Yeah.
And you went to a game, right?
Yeah, I went to a Boca Juniors game.
Went to a Boca Juniors game.
Went to a Velas game at Boca Juniors.
That's it.
Yeah, the Argentina experience was, it was somewhere else. Like I just said then about Sturm, like Martinez was another level. He was literally like a god over there.
Yeah.
So we went over there, and it was like, the fight was massive. It was a national thing. He was on telly 24/7. He had a station on the TV dedicated to him. prior to that, we went over there, we did the tour to promote the press conference, and we got to see them firsthand exactly how big he is. But why I was over there for like 2 weeks, and we went football matches, and we went to Velez. We went to the Velez game. We met the family, the president of who owns the club Velez, Velez Sarsfield. Got treated really well, and then we went to Boca Juniors game.
Yeah. They were trying to soften you up a bit before the fight with this hospitality, no doubt.
Yeah, which was it was they were both mad, but the Boca Juniors game was, from what I remember, the stadium was literally in the middle of a rundown like housing.
Really?
Well, that's what it seemed like. So we literally got in there, and then just outside the stadium, traffic lights, there was a car there as an house of people living in this car. Yeah. But I was getting a lot of support off them. They knew who was fighting Martinez, because Martinez Sports Independiente.
That's right.
So obviously, they were all backing me.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
That was some experience, that game.
It
was. We ended up going at half time, or just after half time, and then when we got back to the hotel, we found out that it proper went off there, like riots and that. Yeah, it was mad. But we had three bodyguards with us 24/7. So it was another world out there, but it was what an experience. And the Argentinian people are lovely people. Like, they treated us really well.
I've got another fight to throw in the mix though that wasn't a world title fight, but interesting. When you were in South Africa and you fought Ishmael Tete.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of strange things happen before a fight. You know, people messing around with the gloves, the ring canvas. We've seen that before. But were you really shocked when your opponent came to you and said, "Would you go easy on me in this one?"
Oh, I was mad, honestly. It was in this complex in Johannesburg. He was in there as well. There's 5 different parts of this hotel, this complex, and we were saying, "Oh, he won't see you, he won't see you." So I'm thinking, what does he want to see me for? Do you know what I mean? It's like we're fighting next week. So we ended up bumping into him and his trainer, and they were just obviously having a chat, and then he was like, he was asking me, go easy on him. We just want a nice fight, go easy, and then he was asking me for clothes.
Yeah, so he asked you for clothes after the fight. He came to your room.
Yeah, but which I love it like that. So I didn't mind that. I give him absolutely everything.
But was that as a fan, or was that because he needed clothes?
No, I think he just needed clothes. Yeah.
That's mad.
I think he just needed clothes, so obviously give him. And he was a nice kid, you know, same as his trainer, but I give him everything he had.
It sounds like a bizarre experience, though.
Yeah, but that wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But what was mad is someone asking me for take it easy.
Yeah.
Because you're in there, you're fighting.
Obviously, you don't want to.
Do you know what I mean?
You don't have that in your head.
Even like sparring, obviously you can do tech sparring, but if you're going in there, somebody asks you for sparring, and you want. You go into spar. You're in there to hurt. I'm not in there to take it easy, mate. You know what I mean? So even though he was asking me to do that, I felt a little bit insulted, and if anything, it got me back up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, no fucking way am I doing that, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was a little bit of a bizarre experience, and obviously something I'd never experienced before. But this is what, all since. But this is what boxing does. It throws up these mad things that you just wouldn't think happen, and I don't think would happen in any other sport.
Just want to talk quickly about the Golovkin fight. He hit me so hard I turned to Marcos Maidana.
Yeah, but that's I've seen that picture.
I have. I'm going to pull it up on the screen when we talk about it. Yeah. You do look a lot like Maidana in that picture.
I do, yeah. In that picture, though.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it was only after when I sat down, someone pointed it out, and you know what?
That was prime Golovkin as well.
Yeah, that was prime Golovkin, yeah. But when I seen that picture and someone put it, I just burst up laughing because I thought, there's no denying it. I do look like him. But yeah, I mean that fight was something else. Yeah. Like you said, it was prime Golovkin. It was a tough fight. I knew what I was getting I knew what I was signing in for when I signed with Rodney Burnham, Golden Gloves. I knew that the ultimate fight was against Golovkin. So it's something I'd obviously change if I could, the result. I obviously wanted to win. But you can only try your best, and I did. And, you know, I've got no shame in saying the better man won.
Yeah.
Won on that night, and it was nice in a weird way. You know, like being challenged so much, being challenged, like having a challenge like that against a proper top fighter. And like you said, he was in his prime then, so it was a tough fight, by far the toughest fight in my career, and the toughest fight I'll ever have, most probably. But in a weird way, it was kind of, it was a nice experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously gutted I didn't win, because that was what I went to South Africa for. I took myself away from my family for 6 weeks, and Oliver just didn't want to go. He didn't want to go, and I didn't want to go, but I was like saying to him, "Oh, listen, mate, if we want something we've never had, we're gonna have to do something we've never done."
Yeah.
So that was my mentality going into it. So we ended up going over into Johannesburg, and the camp wasn't the best. We didn't have a good camp. Me, lack of experience and knowledge, training at altitude kind of messed it up a little bit, but we managed just get it on track just before we flew out to Monte Carlo for the fight from Johannesburg. But it was a great experience, and you know, like I said, not the result I wanted, but all you can do is try your best, and I did that.
Of course. And then, just very quickly touching on the Abraham fight, it was sort of, I imagine, deja vu from the first world title fight. Yeah,
it kind of was, yeah. But you know what, I've got a personal regret about the Abraham fight. You know, I still thought I won the fight. It was a close fight, but I still thought I won it. But it was I left it too close to call in Germany, so that's a regret. But another regret is it was the only fight where I never left it all in the ring.
Right.
And I could have done, and I should have done.
He's a funny one though, Abraham, isn't he? He kind of tricks you into that.
No, he does. I mean, the tactics, I thought we won the fight, but the tactics was a little bit off. I was only sparring a German here last week, and they don't fight inside in Germany. Yeah. And he was saying we need to learn the inside game off you, because as soon as you get close in Germany, it's break. That's all he said straight away. So with me grabbing, we had a tactic where we just grab hold of him, get under, grab hold of him, twist him, turn him, just hold him, and then push him off, and it worked. If you look at the fight, he didn't really hit me with anything. He didn't really hit me with anything at all, and the cleaner work was coming from me. He was like obviously soaking everything up, and then he'd kind of just throw a few bombs, just big daft bombs, bursts. But like I said, it was one of them where I have got a couple of regrets about that fight, not leaving it in the ring.
I want to think now about your current camp, your current situation.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's a lot of fun, a lot of laughs.
Yeah.
I've got a little video message here for you.
Go on.
From one of the guys that I'm going to play for you. It's a little question. Here we are.
Oh. Martin, the people want to know what happened to the tenant that owed you rent money while we were training in Tenerife.
There you go. So that was Carl Frampton asking you. I'll put it up on the screen when I play it back. But that was Carl Frampton asking what happened to the tenant who owed you rent money when you were training in Tenerife.
It was mad. It was just. He was a mate of mine, yeah.
Yeah.
He still is now. We've managed to sort things out, and he was going through a bad time. He had nowhere to stay. Yeah. People had washed their hands of him bad because he was in a bad way, and he was homeless. He ended up living out the Sally Army. He was homeless, and like I said, he had nowhere to stay. And I don't like seeing my mates like that. Do you know what I mean? he just needed a chance. So I let him stay at this house. He was inquiring about this house. So I said, I've got this house there for free if you want to stay in there, mate, get yourself sorted. I just need paying rent. I dropped the rent for him. Said I just need the rent paying, like, you know what I mean? Sat not paying, no problem. Then it literally he just didn't pay me rent. But you know, when you do somebody a favour and it probably turns around and bites you on the arse, and it did in a bad way. So I'm laughing because look back at them trips to Tenerife, them camps, and all it seems I was doing was on the phone bawling and shouting at my mate called Scott, where's the rent, where's the rent? And he got, honestly, I look back now and I think, why did I get so wound up with that? Because he got me, honestly, I was fuming. He got me to the, he still owes me money.
And all the lads were obviously watching.
They're laughing because I'd literally be like, we'd just be normal and then like just doing whatever we're doing, and then my phone would go and it was him. And then I'd literally go from 0 to 1,000 just like that and just be screaming and shouting, and it proper got under my skin. So we ended up having a little bit of fallout. But we're mates again now, and we've kind of bettered the hatchet. We've had a chat about things, and you know what? He's completely sorted himself out now.
Brilliant.
Which I'm happy
You must
about.
feel good
You know
about
what I mean?
that,
Yeah, I'm happy about that. So even though he didn't pay me rent for about 18 months or over 12 months, and he owed me quite a few quid in rent, he's back smashing it now. He's doing well, and he's completely a different person to what he was. So I'm made up about that. Do you know what I mean?
Brilliant.
But the lads always go on about him. I keep meaning bring him up because the lads know his name, but they've never met him, and I'd love just bring him up one day so they can. Like I said, this is Scott.
And I was asked to ask you what would have happened if Colleen Moore hadn't been there when Tommy Coyle threw water in your face in Belfast.
I really don't know. I really don't know. It was the shock of it. I don't know what went through my head, but
Saw red, basically.
I'd literally just got.
You got ready, right?
Yeah, and then I'd open the door, and then Tommy thought it was Nige, and he thought Nige was next door to me. Didn't know it was me. So then Jamie was like, he's there in that door, and he got the room wrong. So Tommy's knocked on my door. I'd open the door, bang, he swilled me. But then I'd just been I was fuming. So I'd think.
Did you know it was Tommy that had done it?
No, I didn't. No, and then I ran out, and then I heard his laugh, and I seen him running off. And then I was boiling, and then I turned to see Jamie, and Jamie's face knew that I was ready to go. And then I turned and I seen Colleen, and Colleen was like that calming face of me where I was just like, right, I need to calm down now. I'm like, Tommy, you fucked it, lad, or whatever I said.
Sorry, Tommy, you fucked it, lad, I'm telling you.
And then you got him back by putting a lot of stink bombs and fart gas in his
Oh
car.
God, yeah, and then he's tigers, yeah, but it was
Tires.
yeah, it was stupid, but it was that's just Tommy though. Tommy's a cat like that, you know what I mean?
Okay, so I want to do a quick fire. I've got some quotes for you. I want you to just tell me what they mean to you.
Go on.
So if I was to say to you, motherfucker, you can't have my cornbred.
Life.
Eddie
Anyway,
Murphy,
yeah.
That's one of your favourite movies,
Oh
right?
yeah, I love it.
Can't think why.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Are bonita fish big?
Bonita fish big.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that off now?
Well, it's a trophy fish, so...
Oh yeah, oh God, yeah. Step Brothers, yeah.
Another favourite?
Love it. Mate, I'm into stupid comedy films.
One of my favourites. It's incredible. No, Rodney, I'll get the sandwiches because you bought the rolls.
Oh yeah, only fills and horses.
Horses.
Yeah, love it. Yeah.
And one of your daughter's favourite quotes: "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get."
Forrest Gump, my favourite film as a kid growing up, and it's my little girl, my youngest girl, Isla. It's her favourite film as well. So we just watch every now and again. We'll just watch it. Me and her just sit down and watch it, and she does the little Forrest Gump voice, takes it off.
Yep. And I thought it was quite interesting seeing your favourite movies, actually. There's something, I feel like you're probably able to relate to a lot of the stuff in a lot of these films. You know, Life's obviously about them being in prison. Step Brothers, I don't really know, that's neither here nor there. But, you know, Only Fools and Horses, brilliant. And I suppose you never know what you're going to get. Life is like a box of chocolates. You, of all people, can relate to that quote.
Yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, I've kind of, it's only since meeting Gemma, like, I kind of realised what I wanted in life.
Yeah.
I didn't prior to that. I was, my life was mad, it was wild, I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do something good. I knew I wasn't a bad person.
Of course.
But I just couldn't really see me chance to see me break.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what I was gonna get. My life was like a box of chocolates, but it's what's its name now. It's obviously completely settled, completely happy.
Yeah.
Got a lovely wife, lovely kids, and loads of top mates. Life's good.
Perfect. So I've got some Murray facts.
Go on.
So just verify these for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently, so I've got to get this right. You're afraid of swimming in open water, but only if you're the furthest person out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the sea.
Is that because of shark attacks?
Yeah, but
They'll get you
I
first.
just don't like so I don't like the sea.
Okay.
And if I am on a beach, I'll make sure I'm not the furthest one out.
I mean,
I won't go out that far anyway.
Yeah.
But I'll make sure I'm not the furthest one out. I just don't like not knowing what's underneath me and around me and feeling like out of control. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. You love to iron.
Yeah, big ironer.
Big ironer.
Oh, big ironer.
I didn't know that was a thing, but
I get it off my dad. My dad's a big ironer as well.
right.
But yeah, do all ironing in house.
Yeah.
Won't leave the house without anything being ironed.
Yep.
Me, Gemma, the kids are got to be ironed.
Your cups of tea have to be on a coaster.
Yeah, well they can't just be on the side, staying in the side, can they?
Of course not.
Loads of courses knocking about our house in every bedroom.
It couldn't be. You have been through hundreds of Primark shirts owing to the fact you rip them off at the end of every night on holiday.
Yeah, I'm not really. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind me bit of designer gear every now and again, but I'm not really one where everything I wear's got to be designer. Do you know what I mean? So when we go on holiday, go to Cyprus every year. We have about 3 weeks out there, done it for the past God knows how many years. So you've got to take a lot of clothes.
21 shirts.
Yeah, just cheap shirts from Primark, and it's just a running joke now with kids like and at night after a few drinks I rip it off and just act like a wally basically.
Brilliant. And okay, can you show the camera your pinky? Can I see your pinky? Right. So here's his pinky. That is interesting. And so I've heard a few rumors about how it ended up this way. Bitten by sharks, bitten by a goat. It got pulled off and reattached, and it was hit with a rolling pin.
Yeah. No, the reason I say all this is because the kids give me stick about it, and I just make up story after story, and it's honestly it's been about 100 different stories.
So I've got another video for you, another video message from someone in your life. I'll just pull it up.
Muzza. Right. What sort of dirt can I dig up on this man? You know, the fact is that pretty much all the dirt's been dug up from his autobiography, so I've got to go off piste a bit here and think about something else. So I'm going to give an example of, I remember when I went around to Martin's about 2 years back, and my car, just the engine had pretty much just collapsed. And it was one of those ones where if you take it to a garage, they'd have gone, it's a write-off, and that's it. It was a bad week for me anyway. I'd just come out of a sort of 10-year relationship, which had a bit of a sour ending. And on that day, Martin was stressing like crazy about a chapter. He's like, he kept saying, my head's spinning, I can't get this right. But the second I told him about what was going on in my life, he became calm as anything, made a phone call to the garage, and he sorted the car out, and he took me out for some lunch. You don't forget those things, you know. So he could have just sort of gone, it's tough, and that was it. He came over, gave me a handshake, gave me a hug, and that's it. And that's Martin Murray. Another little one I'd like to say is I had the pleasure of going with Martin to Mill Green School. He shouldn't have even been going on the day. He was in training for the George Groves fight. He was full of flu and cold and whatever. He should have been at home in bed with probably a Lemsip. But instead he went there, and he went in and he gave so much time, effort and love to these guys. Absolutely incredible response from them. I've got a brother with learning disabilities, and when somebody from the general public comes along to take their time to spend with these guys and do something, it's incredible. When a person of Martin's stature walks in, it's something very, very special indeed, and that's it. So that's the other side of Martin Murray that not a lot of people see, and a lot of that only just touched upon in the book. And the reason for that, I think, is because Martin always says, it sounds like it's all about me, where writing the book was about you, mate. It was your autobiography. You're a legend, and I wish you the very best in your next fight, and I hope you have a great trip in America as well. Bye.
So there you go.
Top man, Paul.
So that's Paul Zanin, the author, well, co-author of your autobiography, I suppose. Yeah. And so people know, this is Martin's autobiography, Sinner and Saint. Now, I don't want to give you this because I'm guessing you've already got this. So I've got you something else for your third gift. I'm just going to grab it for you. 2 seconds. Don't open it just so I can sit that under that. Yeah. Right. So I'm guessing that, unfortunately, you may not have too much use for this gift at this moment in your life, but open it up and have a look.
Oh.
So I've got a Sinner and Saint cake. That is made by...
No way.
That is made by Kelly.
Oh,
Yeah, that's made by Kelly Hillman at Cakes by Design. So we've got a nice plug for them there. And yeah, I wanted to get you something to represent.
Oh, that's quality, that mate.
A lot of the interview has been based from the book. There's many stories in there which are absolutely crazy and unreal. Your story of your life's been insane. And yeah, I wanted to get something to represent that, to credit
Oh, that's
it.
brilliant,
And,
Can't eat that.
Something the family can enjoy anyway.
I can't eat that. Oh, that's mint, nah.
So there you go.
Oh, thanks, mate.
No worries, mate. So it was hilarious though. Tom was sat in the doorway, and on every box walked past him was like, smell it, like, is that a cake? Because they're all starving. And just so people know, I'm going to put links in the description to the book, Sinner and Saint, and also to Cakes by Design. I'll put Kelly's social media in there so people can check out where you can get an excellent cake like that.
Oh, quality.
And as you can see,
she can do anything.
It's an exact copy of the cover, so brilliant. I just want to finish with one last quote. It's one from Chizzy, and he said, "You can't buy experience."
Yeah.
Everything you've gone through in your life, I suppose that holds quite true to you.
Oh, yeah. You say it all the time. You can't buy experience.
And now, do you know what he was talking about?
Oh, definitely. There's a lot of things he said to me years ago, which at the time I couldn't see, that are still coming to light now. And I love speaking to them old people because it's true. You can't buy experience, and I've been in some situations in my life where, you know, I've had some colourful episodes in my life, you could say.
Yeah.
But with it all has come experience, and from it I'm in a good place.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm in a good place, and
excellent.
It's made me realise that everything does happen for a reason, without a shadow of a doubt. Because at the time I was, like, obviously when I was banged up and I didn't know where my life was going, and you know, it was always setting me up for just me a better path than it has, and everything does happen for a reason, and you can't buy experience. But even though it's hard at the times, you've just got to enjoy the good times and ride the bad.
Absolutely. Look, you know, that's very true. That's everything I got on you. People need to go and buy Sinner and Saint. It's an incredible read. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was absolutely insane. I've hit some highlights here, but there were many, many more crazy stories. Almost hard to follow at times because it was that crazy. But listen, thanks very much for doing this.
No, thank you.
Hope you enjoyed it.
I loved it. It was, it was definitely an interview with a twist.
Good.
But it was, totally enjoyed it. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Top man. Cheers.
Take
Pleasure
care.
to meet you. Nice one, mate.
And we're done.
Oh, that's mad, that. If you enjoyed the interview, give it a like, give it a share, and subscribe to A Guy Called Henry.
Or can you actually add at the end, or else I'll...